What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about a lot of things. I'm going to talk to you about who got their money when it comes to stimulus checks, timelines, who's left, and also the second round of stimulus checks, just to give you an idea on what's coming and some information out there or an update on that. But before I start, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I do a giveaway every single week, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video to hear all about that giveaway. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about everything and a lot of this stuff was just because, there are specialized videos created out there, and I wanted to create something a little bit longer, not something that's too long where it's overwhelming to take in. But I did want to give you some information out there just so that you have a lot to take in and you can ask all the questions you can ask. I usually try and answer questions within the first, hour to 2 hours. And then sometimes I'm taking more questions and answer a couple of things here and there. So let's just go ahead and get into the first round of information, which is really like who's still waiting for their check, all the people that got their check and people that are still waiting to get their check, and then who's next on the list. So this article states that more than half of the eligible Americans have received their stimulus payments since they've started going out early this month. But tens of millions of people are still waiting for their cash. That includes low-income families. It also includes a photographer that this article mentions that has a business that has lost their business, that has not really lost their business, but has lost the amount of volume, the amount of people that come in and take pictures with them because of the fact that this whole pandemic happened. So they don't have that, and they don't have, any type of money coming in the door, which that's their source of income. Their business is their source of income. So I understand that they can apply for different loans and grants, but it's not always 100% that you're going to get approved for those things. So $1,200 will really help out, but if you don't get it, then, where do you go from here? So this photographer usually owes taxes whenever she files every year, which means the IRS didn't have her bank account information on file, which can be detrimental to her income, to her household, to her bills, because of the fact that she lost her business by, the amount of volume that's coming in. She's not getting anybody taking pictures or going on weddings. She's a wedding photographer. So if you're taking pictures for weddings that aren't happening, you're not getting any type of income. So her business is kind of, in the trash right now, and she's not bringing any money in the door, so she needs that $1,200, but she can't get it. And there are many others that are like that. It's not just her. She's a wedding photographer, but someone else might be, a hairstylist, or someone else might do something else. And, if you have your own business, like kind of on the side type of thing, then you're not going to be able to do the things that you can do if it involves mass groups of people, or even, 4 or 5 people. So she was also planning to apply for unemployment, but she wasn't basically thinking that that process would be easier or any easier than, the stimulus check process. But Pennsylvania wasn't even accepting unemployment application from self-employed workers until April 18th. So basically, it's after when the first deposits were going to happen, or the first checks were going to go out to people that had and filed taxes, they didn't get their money. So the reason why I brought that up, that example, is because there are many people out there that didn't have their checks. Let's just talk about the people who did receive their money. So nearly 90 million out of the 150 million eligible for the stimulus money had received their payments by April 17th, which is a good thing. I mean, you're saying that 90 million received their checks, but when you look at it out of 150 million, that's a big chunk that's still missing. The IRS started sending out checks to the people that can get it the fastest. So the people that filed taxes already had their bank account information in there, or even non-filers that already had their bank account information in there already set up, then they can get that money. But that still leaves a bunch of people on the table that could not get their money. However, even some people that didn't fall in that bracket still received paper checks, which they started sending out last week. And even in some cases, families have been receiving stimulus check money for dead people before other people that are alive are getting it. So the people that really received their money so far, and I understand their Social Security that's going out this week, but the people that already got it are the people that filed their taxes, 2018, 2019 taxes, had all their information correct. If they didn't have their information correct, then it was ones that may have bounced back and could have been sent through paper check. But you do have those, you have non-filers that have all their information correct, and that's pretty much it right now. So let's actually talk about who's next. And when I say next, I'm actually including the people that received their check this week. So starting the 27th, I believe, that's when people will start receiving their Social Security checks, and not obviously their monthly Social Security checks. I mean their Social Security stimulus checks. So you will be receiving that SSDI, SSI, VA beneficiaries, RRB. So you're going to be receiving your checks in this week or next week if you want to look at it that way. But a lot of people I've seen are getting dates of the 29th. And obviously that was yesterday. I'm recording this at 12 o'clock at night. So obviously that was yesterday. So a lot of people have told me that they received their money that morning, or they received their money at 3 p.m., or they received their money at a certain time. You should also be receiving some money today, not the same people, but new people will be receiving money today, or receiving money, Saturday or Monday. Just wait it out. Obviously, you want to check the Get My Payment tool if you can get that information, but that's who should be receiving it right now. But the real question is who's left? Who's left in this big bucket of people? Well, all of the people that still need checks, so all of the mistakes, so anybody that had a wrong address and it got kicked back, then you're going to have to wait for that to come in the mail, and you're going to have to update all that stuff. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, we sent out your stimulus check, but this is a problem because if they don't have your address, then how are they going to physically get that to you? So it's always going to be on record that it's owed to you, and then it's going to come to you in, let's say, your 2020 taxes when you file them. If you don't file them, then you won't receive it then either. But that's the only way that it'll get to you, if it's a wrong address and you don't have bank account information. Now, if you have the wrong bank account information, but you have the right address on file, and it went to a different bank account, it was kicked back, they're going to send out a physical check. But for the most part, most of the people are physical checks. So if you were in a low income bracket and you were told to get a physical check, you should have received it last week to this week. And then also you'll have another bracket that comes out this week to next week. So it's going to keep going down. And we have a picture of that. I'll make sure I put that up on the screen, where you have all the income brackets. And this is where you're basically going to get paid from there. So with this, they're going to be sending out checks at $5 million a week. So if you're really impatient, if you're really stressing the fact that you don't have your money, just wait. Know where your income bracket is, and if it doesn't get sent the week that your income bracket is, then it probably will get sent the next week, just because they went over the 5 million threshold. That's what I'm assuming there. So don't get stressed out just because it didn't come in that week. It might come the next week. So that's everything that you need to know when it comes to who received their check, who's on the list now, and who's going to be receiving it in the future. But I did want to get into the new stimulus proposals that they have on file. So I have another article here. Basically the Emergency Money for the People Act. This is not really an article, it's more of a petition. So basically, if you don't know what the Emergency Money for the People Act is, we're going to get $2,000 a month for 6 to 12 months if you're over the age of 16 and you make less than $130,000 a year. Now, if you're under the age of 16 and you get claimed as a dependent, you'll get $500 for each dependent that you have. Max would be 3 children. You would have a married couple ceiling at $260,000, which you would get $4,000 per month. So it'd be $2,000 per, couple. So if you're married, then you get it. This right here, right, there's a petition here to get it passed. I don't know what this is physically going to do in order to get it passed, but I would imagine it would have some sort of impact. The only thing is that you're getting 5,000 signatures, but how much is this actually going to affect the outcome of it? They're going to make their decision based on what they make their decision, and there's going to be a back and forth, and that's how it's going to go. But I do like seeing how many people are actually engaged in this and want this to pass. There are a lot of people that want it to pass. Right now, it only shows that 4,501 have signed it, of a goal of 5,000, which I would think we can get to easily if this was, passed along. So I'll include this in the description. Make sure you go and check that out and get it to 5,000, just to show that we have the max amount of interest we can get here, and then maybe we can up that petition. I don't know how much it's going to help, but right now it's really just in discussion, and it would be great to have this passed, but I would think that the ABC Act would be better. Now, if you don't know what the ABC Act is, it's a $2,000 upfront payment with $1,000 payments per month to every single American. So if you are a child, if you're 5 years old, you'll get $1,000, and it's not physically going to you, it's going to go to your parents. But if you're 5 years old, you're going to get $1,000. If you're 18 years old, you'll get $1,000 per month, but that initial payment is going to get you over the hump for everybody. So $2,000, if you have a family of 4, you're going to get $8,000. So this is my whole update on the stimulus checks and the second round of stimulus checks, just so you understand exactly what's happening out there. And I'll keep updating. Obviously, I don't have a lot of information on the second round of stimulus checks, but there are things out there to try and entice people to be behind this. So, understanding exactly what you get in a dire situation like this is definitely good. So make sure you subscribe to my channel just so that you are aware of all of the updates that are out there. But that's my video, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, and I do a giveaway every single week. If you want to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, comment on this video, and be subscribed to both of my YouTube channels. If you do all of those things and you get one ticket in the hat, if you want multiple tickets, then comment on multiple videos. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. I would like to get my channel above 20% notification, so hit that notification bell if you're not notified, if you're not already in the notification squad. Hit that notification bell. But that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.